Welcome back to Calmsden Farm. So in this episode, first job is to return the baler. The baler was excellent, I must say. It was really, really quick. It baled at about 17 kilometers per hour, which I loved. But it's quite expensive, so it does need to go back. Let's jump into the menu here. Least items. There we go, and return. So as I say, it was really very expensive. So always good practice to check the used vehicle sale. Now that's interesting because I am about to go mowing. 7,200 for mower. Looks a lot like the mower that we already own. So it is, it's the very same. So straight up, I'm going to sell our mower, which was worth about 14,000, and buy the exact same mower for 7. Jeepers, that was easy. So it is really well worth keeping an eye on the used machinery sale. So there we have it. We've made money before we've even left the yard this morning. I'm going to go ahead and call that a win. So we are starting the grass work, so obviously we need a mower. But you know what? We're going to need a tether as well. So let's have a quick look here at what's available. Okay, the used sale, nothing in there. Let's have a quick look in here. So what am I looking for? Tethers. And too small, really big, 9 meters. Don't need something that big. Okay, this one looks about right. 16,500. Yep, I think that's a good fit for us. And it's not terribly expensive. So, instead of just buying that as well, because if we're going to make the trip to the dealership, we may as well load up both machines. They're both 3-point, and I do have the front linkage on this tractor, so we'll quickly just make the trip up to the dealership and we'll get hitched up. Okay, here we are. So let's just get presented to the mower first. I think it makes sense to put the mower on the back and the tether on the front. I don't suppose it would be terribly safe to have the mower sticking out of the front. Okay, let's see how this works out. Okay, let's get turned. And let's get this up here. So obviously we're not going to work it or use it on the front. Just going to transport it home. Now, the weight distribution is a little bit off. Whoa, it's like driving a boat. We're just waving all over the place. So the physics are not in our favor here. Let's get back down to the yard. Okay, so we've got the mower and the tether brought back to the yard. Just going to switch over tractors. Doing a little bit of mowing, there is really no point in breaking out the John Deere. I mean, it's 230 horsepower. There's no point in using it. It also isn't quite as nimble as this thing is. And when we're doing all that twisting and turning at the end of the headland, we're going to need a tractor like this. Now, that's our field away to the front, in front of us. So you'll notice one thing, which is quite weird. It's all the way down along here, down along the front. You would expect a gateway, but there isn't. So it's right across the road from the yard, but it's a bit of an awkward trip actually. So let's head off down here. We've got to drive pretty much all the way through this the estate here on the right. And I have to go right through the horse paddock as well. So let's just quickly zip down there. This tractor is really, really quick. 51 kilometers per hour, racing through a small, tight area. Probably not the safest, but I like it. Okay, so let's get the first gate open. So this field is a little bit of a faff to get to it. We get through these double gates and move across the horse paddock and hit the second set of gates. So once we go open this gate, we're actually going to drive through the show jumping arena, or the training area, whatever we want to call it, for the horses. Then into the pig pen, or the pig pasture, and then into the field that we need to go to. So let's get this gate open. Open? No? Open? Anybody? Open? Not picking it up. Trigger doesn't seem to be working. Let's present myself again. Nope. What are we going to do here? So, doesn't seem to want to open. So let's jump the gate. Try to open it from the other side. Yep, there we go. Okay, that's unusual. It's picking it up from one side, not the other. I might just jump into Giant's Editor and have a look at where that trigger point is placed. It's usually like a trigger box, so it might just be placed at one side of the gate instead of half and half. I've done it before myself. Finally, we're into the field. You see the main yard away up in front of us. So there's a bit of a faff getting here. Let's close that gate. I'm always guilty of leaving the gate open, and the first round of the field I come upon the gate and it's always in my way, so for once I'll be disciplined. So always thought growing up, always go the other way around the field on my first pass, just because you're closest to the hedge on your right, which is probably the most likely place for branches of trees to be dropped and paling posts and whatnot. I think the thought process is that if you break your mower, you may as well do it in the last round of the field rather than the first, because at least the job's done at that point. But in any case, you know, take my chances and I'm going to run around anti-clockwise. Probably just going to time-lapse this. And we're nearly there. So, always quite satisfying to knock out this little bit of mowing. It took a little longer than I expected. This feels slightly bigger than I thought it would be. Probably didn't mention that we're going to round bale this. It is going to be round baled. Now, I don't know how many round bales are going to come off of this. I'm going to guess maybe 18 or 20. It's difficult to say. So we're going to have to get the tether, row it up, and then bale it. Okay, so let's just get back out the door, or out through the gate here, and get back to the yard. Wait a second. No, we own this ground. I'm going to be a measly guy about this. We actually do own the pig pen, and there is grass in here, albeit sparse. I think we should cut this. Okay. I assume we're allowed to cut this. I mean, we do own the field. You can see this is not like it was in FS19 actually. Here in 22 it does look like the animal pasture. Well, this one anyway is kind of sparsely growing, which makes sense. But we're not buying pigs anytime soon, so I don't really mind cutting this. Being a bit miserly here, but you know what? Every bale counts during the winter time, or all year round, really. So I'm not even going to time lapse this. I'll just run around and let's catch up closer to the end. Okay, we're done. You can see on the ground, it doesn't look like it's that heavy a crop, but it's enough. You know, it's enough to justify doing this. Quite happy that I stole the opportunity to do this. So this has been a very economical day. We made money on the mower and now here we are cutting grass in one of the pig pasture. I think we're done. There's a couple of scraggly bits here and there. So I didn't cut it in amongst each one of the shelters. Just be too much messing about, and just in case we do have pigs before this grows back, it'd be nice to have a nice habitat for them. So pleased enough with how that worked out. You can see obviously there's a far thicker crop in the other field. So let's get back here. I'd be interested to see how many bales come off of that, so I'm gonna make sure once we get it baled we'll keep count. So let's make this tricky journey, or annoying little journey, back to the yard, and we'll grab the tether. Okay, just gonna find some place to put this mower. Just drop it in the corner. It's not gonna do pretty much any work again until, I think, based on seasonal growth, probably be March maybe before we get the chance to break it out again. We'll see. If we have grass, we'll get it out sooner. If it grows back, we'll break it out sooner, but in any case, it's away for the winter. So let's grab our tether. I like this tether. It's a smart looking machine. It's a nice folding mechanism as well, so it is reasonably easy to transport it. This tractor is so quick. It's just downright dangerous around the yard with a guy like me at the wheel. So there's our lovely crop across the road, looking brilliant. So let's just quickly get back down there and get started on the tethering. Oh dear. Okay, let's get through here without any accidents. And actually, you know what? Let's tether out the pig pen first. Let's get this one done first. So you see, it is September, so we do need to crack on with these jobs. Now, you can harvest grass all year round, I believe, but I'm not sure what the rain will do to the grass if it's sitting on the ground. I'm not actually sure what's going to happen in that regard. Okay, so I'm sure nobody wants to watch every last bit of this, so I'll jump ahead just for this field. And we're done. We're done. That was really quick. Didn't cost us a whole lot of time at all. So I'm going to head right out to the entrance because there is some grass sitting there. And I don't want the baler getting confused about what's in it. So let's get folded up just to get through the gap, and we'll unfold again. Now we have got a huge amount to do. So we finished the harvest, obviously. We do have a cow farm to get set up for, which needs lots of grass work. We're going to need to get those fields tilled up as well from the two arable fields. We're going to have to get those, 3 of them even. We're going to have to get them all tilled. We're going to have to get all these bales in as well. Probably get started on the chickens as well. I believe in FS22 they're worth quite a lot, so there really is a lot to do, so we better crack on. So I'm going to time-lapse this field and we'll catch up as soon as we're done. Okay, we're done. We are done with the tedding. Always, to be honest, always quite a satisfying job to get done. So I think we'll leave this episode for here. In the next episode, we're going to get started on, we're going to roll all of this up. Whether we buy a rake or not, I'm not sure. I might be a miser and lease it and then keep an eye on the machinery sale throughout the winter just to see if I can get one cheaper. And we do have a baler. So thanks for watching this episode. Baling coming up.